Hi! Besides all the hard work I have to do on the mountain trying to build a house or someplace, I also have to do a lot of work on the computer. And I'm getting to do that in my cousin's lovely home today. So I'm going to be working on the computer, having a local lunch, nice salad. And you have to excuse my videos at the moment because I'm putting together all of my videos from last summer when I was building, and they're the first ones I've ever done. So they're kind of bad. And I say things and you can't hear me, and I'm trying to figure out the music. And so all this is a learning process that I'm going to conquer soon. They're going to get better and better. And by spring, when I start building again, I'll have that all ironed out and we'll get all the YouTube stuff figured out. But in the meantime, enjoy this one about the shed that I built last year, pretty much by myself. I hired one lady to help me for a while, and then my son-in-law put a couple of the 3/4 plywood on the roof of the shed for me because they're terribly heavy, and I tried and couldn't do it. So anyway, in the meantime, enjoy this video. Thanks. Okay, today's chores. I don't have any glue to finish my door, and I got to get the rack or the whatever it is for the barn door kind of thing. And then I'm going to put those, I've got plexiglass for those windows, and I'm going to cut these little ends off, kind of annoy me, that stick out from the solar, and then paint that 2x4s dark gray. And then up there along the top ridge of the shed, it needs 1 or 2 more rows of shingles. And I got that nice big ladder for that. So I'm going to get on it. Clovis, you going to watch? To the ugly truth, where the truth is always told, whether it be ugly. You may laugh, you may cry, but it's all the truth about an old lady trying to build her own home. And it's pretty funny, I think, because I do some pretty weird things. But so you can laugh at me. I hope that you don't really cry. But today I'm going to put in some windows, and I don't know how to turn this around, so I'll try to get it turned so you can see the windows. I'll be putting the windows in the shed. And I have to figure my camera out. It just won't turn for me. My other camera did, but this one's having trouble. I gotta find my grinder to cut the plexiglass that goes in those windows. And I had I brought home some old pallets or skids and took the boards off and painted them, and so that's what we're going to use to frame the windows in. So we'll get on that. Well, it didn't turn around. But oh shoot, I just threw that away. I am putting some stew on to eat after I work on my windows, because it did cool down. So I put a couple cans of that in with a can of black beans, because there's not any black beans in this can, and a can of chicken, even though there's a lot of pork in there. But it had a lot of chicken juice, a little bit of water, so that kind of made it not as hot, because last time I bought some, I bought the hotter ones instead of the mild ones. So I'll have that pretty soon. And I need to find my grinder to grind my plexiglass, which got broken on the trip, so that I can work on the windows this afternoon. And things are cooling down because I guess there's a storm coming in. But we'll see how much we can get done. There is a full moon tonight, and I'm not going to be able to get a whole lot more building done. But I got 3 of the boards for the windows. So I'll set the camera up to where I'm working. It's about 8:30 almost, I think. And let's see if we can see it. Just a minute, Clovis. I'll let you out. I think that's gonna work. Right there. Clovis? We got to put you in your room. Now you're quiet. Okay? You be quiet for me? Hey. I'm gonna put you in your room. You can't be quiet. Clovis, be quiet. You're not listening. You're not getting hurt on the ladder. Good boy. Go sit pretty. Sit pretty. Sit pretty. There you go. What a pretty boy. Well, I think we're going to give it up tonight. Oh, I bet you didn't even get in that picture, Clovis. But anyway, you can sit pretty, can't you, huh? Yeah. So it's getting dark. I guess I'll finish the window in the morning. I got 3 sides in. I got to get my plywood. Okay, talk to y'all later. See you in the morning. Bye-bye. This 1x4 by 12 up there on the shed. So I've never videotaped myself before. And I'll probably delete this because I'm sure I'm not going to like the way it looks. But I'm going to climb up there, and I have a bracket up there already that's holding that other piece together so I can screw it on. And then I'll screw this other 1x12 on. That's the plan, if I can find a place to sit this camera. I'll get this all figured out, and it won't be such an annoying thing to watch. Okay, where's the... It's at the top of the building. I think we have to go like that. Let's see if that works. Okay, I'm going to try to get the this board was ready to go up on the roof, but of course there was spots that I missed. So I have to get these spots through here painted, and it's starting to rain. Hopefully it is oil, so it will dry eventually if it doesn't dry before the rain comes. So I've got to paint this edge before I can put it up. And Clovis, I know you bark at thunder, but you need to be quiet. Okay. I'm going back up. Whoops. If I can get the camera set up here. Okay. I got to put a couple screws in the middle of the whole thing because I don't have anybody to hold the board when I get up there. So I'll put a couple screws in the middle that'll hold the board up, and then I'll take the board and start it on the right side. Buddy. It's okay. Yeah. It's all right. Now I'm going to have to move the ladder over. Good morning. Welcome to The Ugly Truth. And today the ugly truth is my kitchen is a mess. I'll do my dishes pretty soon. But I've been to the sawmill to get wood for the fence up at the canyon. And they've been doing some weird cuts. And they had a whole bunch of little small ones like that. And then I'll show you the other ones out there pretty soon. But so I thought, well, I can get those. And I'll make a countertop. I guess it's a countertop or a bigger shelf, but it's mostly a countertop so I can lay my food out. It's food preparation spot. So I'm going to make that in that spot. And I put this one board that I had taken off of a skid. I pounded all the nails out of it and then painted it black. And I put it across as one of the braces. And I got it level. And then I took another one of the skid boards and I put from here back to there to that mark, and I leveled that mark. I leveled one in the middle and I leveled one over here on this side by doing that with the board. So then now I'm going to put this other board up there. I don't know if I can choose where I'm going to put it. I meant to plan this ahead of time. I planned it ahead of time outside, but I didn't plan it ahead of time inside. I'm trying to get a video done without stopping it. There's no place to put the camera. Well, anyway, the goal is. Clovis, are you going to help? Okay, so I got some screws pre-drilled, which I'm learning is a necessity. Trying to remember to do it more often. And I'm going to screw this one in back there, I guess, and then I'll show you the next video. I think I'm going to have to turn it off on this one. What's the matter? What's out there? Huh? Oh, look at that. Your ball's just out of reach. Poor baby. Poor baby. We can't. I thought that was a kind of get it for me kind of bark. Yeah. Mommy can't play ball right now. But anyway, after I finish that inside, then I'll come out here and I'll finish sanding the boards I'm going to put there for the shelf. And these are the thinner boards that they were, I don't know what they were doing. They had a bunch of these thin boards that I'm going to just use to panel all around the shelf that I build. So this is all the before shots, and hopefully you'll see a little bit more for the after. Have a great day. Okay, I'm going to cut some and sand a little bit. Most of them are in there already. I didn't want you to have to watch the whole time I was sanding. It took me probably about an hour to sand. So I just saved the last one, so get an idea of getting them all sanded. Okay, I didn't get, my belt sander's not working, of course. It's just because I can't use tools too well. Anyway, go in here and I'll just show you where these go. I didn't just... Okay, so this one will go here. And this one will go here. Just get them all closer. Okay, so I'm still going to take the sander on this edge and get it more even, but I didn't want to put that much sawdust in here, so I sanded them outside first, and then I'll bring them in here and I pound them instead of using screws. Boy, those screws are getting expensive. It's like $40 for what cost me $33 maybe last time. Anyway, before COVID. I'm putting the finishing nails in different spots, but I can't do it while I hold the camera. So that's what we're working on, and next time you'll see more finishing on the back. I'll put the siding around it and stain it and varnish it. Okay, so I'm taking a measurement. I'm going to put a piece of paneling under here to hide the paint and some cleaning fluids and stuff. The gasoline is out. This is barking at the thunder because it's another day. A storm's coming, and he doesn't like the clouds because he knows that brings thunder. So if he came over on the wood pile, he's going to bark at the thunder a little bit. Aren't you, Clovis? What are you doing up there, buddy? Okay, now let's be quiet, okay? Mommy's got to work a little bit. Okay, I'm going to cut this piece right here. Get it inside the chip. A piece of wood. Oops. Hurry. In and put the board on. Well, still not finished, but getting closer and closer. Okay, I think I'm gonna probably make a table for the cook stove with a tile top on it. And there's my mixer, paper towels and food. And the more I do, the more I want to get done. So this is the other side that I've been working on. And up on top there's a bowl, and I think on the top or somewhere I might make a plate rack. So I have to work on that too. But that black part there is covering up the paint that's back in there. And I might someday, I don't know, probably not since I have to build up in the canyon. But I could fill in some on the roof there, but on the ceiling. But I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to make another shelf, maybe above that bowl, and maybe make a table for the Coleman stove. Okay, today on The Ugly Truth. The ugliest part of it would have been to show you guys what I was going through to get these skids off. Originally, I was going to make my doors, well, originally the doors for the shed were going to be, I'll have to post a picture of this kind of plywood with the barn door slide going across. But the barn door hitch like that was like $200, and I couldn't find anybody that would show me how to put it together. So I thought, well, I'll do like swinging doors, because it's kind of a wide space. It's 48 inches, and I didn't want a 48-inch just solid door. So it's going to be swinging doors, like 24 each. And first I was going to use these from the mill, these slabs, which are $15 for a truckload. But they're doing weird things over there, and I was having trouble getting the pieces that would look good together. And then I realized that some of them are really thick and some of them are thinner, and that's going to be a lot of weight on the door. It doesn't need to really be that strong. So then I thought, okay, I'll just go get skids. And I saw a guy once building a little house or a little hut out of skids. So he was just knocking them off, just taking a hammer and knocking off the skids, you know, knocking them apart, saving all the nails. And I did that earlier in the season, and I painted them all black, and that's what I made the shelves in the shed with. But but then it got so that I don't know if I was getting weaker or the skids were getting stronger, but I just couldn't pound them apart anymore. So I kind of gave up on doing too much of that. But I went and got some, and I started out this morning trying to pound them off, trying to grind the nails off with my grinder, and using my circular saw to cut the other parts, and using my chainsaw. And then there was one spot I couldn't get to, and I thought, well, I'll get out my sawzall, whatever. And so once I got it out just to do this one part, I couldn't reach quite right. It was like perfect. It's like, I don't need all those other tools, and I'll just take this with a blade that cuts everything, and I'll just cut my nails and cut my boards. And so it started going quicker. But that was halfway into the day, so I've wasted a lot of day. But tomorrow, hopefully my plans will be to get everything put together and up on the shed. Hopefully we'll be able to see a shed door tomorrow, because I'm running out of time heading back to Ohio. So I'm going to have to get on it. So that's all for today. There's some bad smoke going on in the area. I've got to go close my doors. Talk to y'all later. Okay, still a lot to do. But maybe I'll put black in those triangles, because that's the inside. I swung the door all the way open. I wasn't quite finished with it, but I wanted to see how good it was going to swing for me. And it swings all the way open, and then it swings shut. So I still have some boards to put on there and finish off the edges, and the other half to do. So that's just all I got done today, which means I have to cut kind of short at Cabresto tomorrow. I'll get my stuff up to the storage unit, and then that's pretty much it. Come back and get this door finished so I can leave Saturday morning. But Hopefully it'll all be on schedule. Probably that door's the priority. What do you think, baby? You think that's the priority? I know you just want to play BALL again, don't you? Poor baby. Well, since you pulled your stitches and got kind of infected, you had a little bit longer stay in the cone, didn't you? But we'll get you figured out in a few days. By the time you get back to Jill's, you can play with their puppies. You want to play with her puppies? You remember Scarlett? Yeah. You didn't get to play with Josie, though. Maybe you'll get to play with Josie a little tomorrow. You have to look at your store and see how it is. Everybody have a good night.